Welcome back! This is our final video, and as we understand that the problem of racism is that our differences separate us, breed discrimination and hatred towards other people in the human race, the solution to racism is love. That seems like a very simple answer, but as Philippians chapter 2 talks about, it's not easy for us to humble ourselves before God and each other. And so Jesus gives us some very clear directives in Matthew chapter 22. This is verse 37, 38, and 39 of Matthew 22. Jesus says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment." Verse 39 continues, "And the second is like it." The second greatest commandment is like it. "Love your neighbor as yourself." And if we do this, we can see how loving God first will translate into love for others. Do you remember the first word picture that I showed you? It said humans with a capital H were greater than other humans with a lowercase h. Racism puts these ideas in our head that some people are more important, some people are greater than other people. And that's just not true. As image bearers of God, as people that were all created in God's image, everybody is equal. But we have these ideas that we are more important than other people in the world. Racism breeds the understanding that some humans are less valuable than other humans, and that's simply not true. So I'd like to replace this word picture that has some humans are greater than other humans, and I'd like to put in a new word picture for you to see. This word picture says that love is greater than racism. And that's the whole truth of what we're talking about tonight. Love is not just greater than racism. Love is the cure for racism. As we love God correctly, we'll be able to love other people appropriately. Our human love will run out. That's why it's important for us to love God first so that we can love other people with His love. In fact, as you live the Christ-first life, your love for God is demonstrated by the way that you love others. And when you love other people the way that God loved you, everyone will see through your example that love is greater than racism. Okay, so as we talk about how to love people, how to practice loving instead of being racist, practicing discrimination, here are some practical steps to help you through that process. How to choose love instead of racism. The first way is to do work in your own heart. Pray and ask God to change your heart and thoughts about other people. People of different skin colors, people of different backgrounds, people of different religions. It doesn't matter what types of people. You need to pray and ask God to change your heart, because if your heart doesn't change, your actions will not change. The next step is to actually be a friend. Branch out and make friends with people of different skin tones, different races, people that live in different neighborhoods from you. There may actually be some people that you are afraid of. And the truth is that maybe you just don't know them, or maybe you know of them, or you see their reputation. And this could be a good chance for you to reach out and be a good friend. Branch out. Make friends with people who are different than you. The next step to show love instead of racism is be strong. If love is greater than racism and we really believe that, we need to practice it by being strong, having some backbone, because the truth is that means that you will not participate in jokes, gestures, stories that promote racism. People are going to talk, and you need to be an advocate for love instead of racism in those situations. Be strong. Don't give in to the conversations. Don't make jokes or laugh at them. Don't participate in stories, even listening to them, if you should be around somebody who's talking inappropriately about people of other races. Okay, the next step in order to show love is greater than racism, you need to be inconvenienced. And by that I mean go out of your way to be a peacemaker between races. It's not just enough to say that you love people or to demonstrate it. Sometimes it's not going to be in your plan or your schedule, and you're going to have to get out of your way to make peace between other people. And that can be very difficult. Finally, one of the greatest steps in order to show love over racism and to practice love in your own life over racist tendencies that are in our culture is to forgive people. Our history in our country does not make it easy to overcome racism, but the truth is that we have a history of that. Just like we all have a history of doing things that we regret in our own lives, we need to forgive each other. Forgive those who offend you. If people have offended you because of your race or because of your background or because of your beliefs or your culture, forgive those people. Don't let those offenses define you. Apologize to those you offend. At some point, you're going to be misunderstood or offend someone. Go to them and apologize. And then finally, work through any misunderstandings, because the thing is, racism lives because we choose not to forgive and move on. People hold offenses and grudges, and we need to work through those. We need to work through the misunderstandings so we can become change advocates and truly live out a life that shows that love is greater than racism. Tonight before you go, I have a special reminder for you to take home with you, and hopefully this will be a symbol that helps you realize the power of love over racism, that love is the cure to racism, that love is greater than racism. In your groups, you're going to get a sticker, and it says, Chi Alpha Life, love is greater than racism. Christ's first life produces love, and that love is the cure to racism. Put this sticker on something that's important to you so you can always remember to love other people with the love of God. Have a great night. See you next week.